Welcome to The Explainer. You know, what happens when the very foundation of modern broadcasting, well, what if it becomes its biggest vulnerability? Today, we're digging into the critical risks U.S. broadcasters are facing by relying on the public cloud, and believe me, this isn't just a tech issue. It's about control, sovereignty, and really the future of a free press.
All right, so this is part 3 of our big 5-part series, and today we're officially moving past the hypotheticals. We're going to look at actual real-world events that show you exactly what's at stake.
So we've spent a lot of time talking about the theory, right? What could go wrong? But the big question is there any proof? Do these risks actually happen in the real world and pose a threat to broadcasters? Well, let's take a look at the evidence.
Our source material really lays out some pretty stark warnings, and these aren't just theoretical possibilities. No, these are real incidents that prove these vulnerabilities aren't just possible, they've already happened.
We're going to walk through 3 really distinct examples. First up, a massive technical failure. Then we'll get into a direct and frankly pretty chilling political intervention. And finally, we'll look at how the industry itself is reacting strategically, which, wow, that tells a story all on its own.
So our first case, it's just a stark reminder of what happens when the very foundation you've built on just crumbles. We are talking about a massive technical failure that really exposed the risks of putting all your eggs in one centralized cloud basket.
So back in December of 2025, a critical piece of the internet's backbone just went dark. One of Amazon Web Services' most important regions failed, and let me tell you, the impact was felt all over the world.
This outage created this huge ripple effect. It wasn't just a few websites going down. We're talking major media outlets and the very networks that deliver their content completely offline, all because of a single point of failure.
This quote, this really gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? For any broadcaster, this is the absolute worst-case technical scenario. Being completely cut off from your audience, just like that, with no quick fix in sight.
So, the key takeaway here is pretty simple, but it's also profound. A broadcaster can go dark, not because someone's attacking them, but just because of the built-in fragility of the system they rely on. The foundation itself can just crumble.
Okay, so now we shift gears from an accident to something intentional. This next case study shows what happens when the cloud becomes a tool of political power, and just how easily that off switch can get flipped.
This is just a chilling example of how cloud services can be weaponized as a political tool. You've got a major international body, the ICC, and their critical communications were cut, not for a technical glitch, but because of a political decision.
And the process was just so fast, so decisive. Political tensions heat up, the government issues an order, and the U.S. cloud provider, they have no choice but to comply. Bam! The ICC's access is cut off. No warning, no appeal. It's an incredible example of just how quickly the plug can be pulled.
So what does this mean for U.S. broadcasters? Well, the implications are pretty chilling. If an international organization can be silenced for political reasons, what's to stop the same thing from happening to a domestic news outlet? This whole incident suggests that even First Amendment protections might not be enough to stop the government from just shutting down a broadcaster it happens to disagree with.
So knowing these risks are out there, how are the big media players responding? Well, our third case study looks at the strategic moves being made over in Europe, where a pretty significant shift away from U.S. cloud providers is already happening.
Yeah, this isn't just talk. This is a multi-million-dollar trend. Major European broadcasters are actively moving their data, their infrastructure, all of it, out of the U.S. cloud. And it's a direct response to the risks we've just been talking about.
In this table shows you exactly what they're afraid of. You've got laws like the Cloud Act, which lets the U.S. government access data stored by U.S. companies anywhere in the world, and FISA, which allows for secret surveillance. To them, this creates a backdoor into their most sensitive information, everything from confidential sources to internal editorial debates.
So the bottom line here is this. When the major players in your industry are spending millions of dollars to get away from a risk, that's a pretty clear sign that the danger is real, and it is here right now. So after all that, what does this actually mean for broadcasters here in the U.S. right now? Let's bring it all together and really look at the new reality of operating on the public cloud. These 3 case studies, they paint a really clear and honestly a disturbing picture. We've seen how technical fragility can cause blackouts, how political power can be used to silence people, and how the industry is already scrambling to react. The conclusion you just can't escape is that for any broadcaster on the public cloud, true control is basically an illusion.
And that leads us to one final, really critical question. We know this off switch exists. We know it can be used as a political weapon. So in a world that's getting more and more politically polarized, are we really sure that the First Amendment is a strong enough shield to protect a U.S. broadcaster from having its voice silenced by its own government?